everyone. Welcome back to our last activity this Friday, math. Today for math, we're going to be talking about money. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to go over identifying each of our coins and their worth and practice counting by fives for nickels, 10 for dimes, and 25 for quarters. Then we're going to solve and calculate how much money I have in both of these groups by using our calculator and identifying each of the coins. So let's begin with identifying each of the coins and their worth. So we have a penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent. So I wrote it out as well, and then I put the symbol for 1 cent next to it. Then we have a nickel, and a nickel is worth 5 cents, and here it is in the symbol form. A dime is worth 10 cents, and here's 10 cents in the symbol form. And then a quarter is worth 25 cents, and there's 25 cents in the symbol form. Now what we're going to do is for the nickels, we're going to count by fives all the way to 100, which actually equals $1. So here we go. I'm going to push over a little. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, also known as $1. Now we're going to count by tens, which represent a dime, and we're going to count by tens all the way to 100, but 100 also equals $1. So here we go, starting at 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, also known as $1. And then we're going to count by 25s for our quarters all the way to 100, which 100 again is basically $1. Starting at 25, 25, 50, 75, 100, or $1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to calculate how much I have in my first group. First, by identifying each of the coins and then writing that amount above, and then using our calculator if you have one available to calculate the amount. So let's first start identifying each of my coins. So I have a quarter here, and a quarter is worth 25 cents, so I'm going to write 25 here. Next, I see a nickel, and a nickel is worth 5 cents, so I'm going to write a 5 above here. My next coin is a dime, and a dime is worth 10 cents, so I'm going to write 10 above the dime. And then my last two coins are the same, and they're both a penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent, so I'm going to write 1 above one penny and 1 above the other penny. Now we're going to calculate our total by adding 25 plus 5 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1. So I'm going to take out my calculator. If you don't have a calculator, there also could be one on your Chromebook or tablet, and also on a cell phone if your parents will let you use it. So we're going to calculate, and we're going to start by putting 25 in our calculator. But remember, it represents, we're going to put 0.25 plus 0.05 plus 0.10 plus 0.01 plus 0.01 equals, so 25 plus 5 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1 equals 42 cents. So I'm going to write 42 cents here. Okay. Now we're going to calculate our next group. First, by identifying each of the coins and writing the number above. So I have two of these coins are the same. Both are a quarter, and a quarter is worth 25 cents. So I'm going to write 25 above the first quarter and 25 above the second quarter. Then I also have these two coins are the same, and these two coins are nickels. And nickels are 5 cents each. So I'm going to write a 5 above one nickel and a 5 above the other nickel. And then these last 2 coins are the same. They are dimes, and a dime is worth 10 cents. So I'm going to write 10 above the first dime and 10 above the second dime. Okay, now we're going to calculate. 25 plus 25 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10 plus 10. So remember, in our calculator it would be 0.25 plus 0.25 plus 0.05 plus 0.05 plus 0.10 plus 0.10 equals, and it would be your total is 80 cents. It's a bad looking. Let me try that again. 80 cents. So that is our total. What I just did here, by identifying our coins and their worth, by counting by 5s, 10s, and 25s, and by calculating a small group of change, is going to be very similar to what you're going to see on your worksheet that you're going to complete today. So your worksheet for today is, you're going to take out this in your packet, and it's going to say practice 1 money on it. And it's going to be broken up into 3 different sections. Your first section is you're going to identify identify the coin and their worth by drawing a line. Your second section is you're going to calculate the coins to determine their worth. And then your third section is you're going to tell us how many nickels, dimes, and quarters are in a dollar. That's why we practice counting by 5s, 10s, and 25s. So what I'm going to do is we're going to complete 1 problem in each of the sections, and then you're going to try the rest on your own. And you're also going to need a pencil for this. So I'd like you to find the worksheet, practice 1 money in your packet, and also a pencil. And you're also going to need a calculator if you have one available. If you need a little bit of extra time gathering all those materials, your worksheet, a pencil, and a calculator, if you have a calculator available, you can pause the video here and then press play when you have all those materials in front of you. We're going to first by starting to put our first and last name at the top of our paper. Alrighty, so this is our first section, second section, and third section. Our first section says, how many cents is each coin worth? Draw a line to match the coin to the amount. So what we're going to do in this section is for number 1, we're going to complete together. We're first going to identify the coin and then match it to its worth. If we look at our problem number 1, and we identify the coin, that is a quarter. And a quarter is worth 25 cents. So I'm going to find 25 cents here, and I'm going to draw a line from the quarter to 25 cents, and you may do the same. So a quarter represents 25 cents. Then what you would do is you would complete 2, 3, and 4 on your own, identifying the coin and matching it to its worth. Now we're going to skip to problem number 5 so we can complete one of the additions problems in this section together. So this direction says, how many cents are the coins worth altogether? So just like we did here, we're first going to identify the coin, then put the amount it represents on top, and then add everything together using our calculator. So let's look at problem number 5 together. Our first coin here is a dime, and a dime is worth 10 cents. So I'm going to write the number 10, and I just need to move these so it doesn't go through my paper. The number 10 on the top. My second coin is also a 10 above the dime. My third coin is a penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent. So we're going to write the number 1 here. And then my next coin is also a penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent. So we're going to write the 1 above the penny. And then my last quarter is also my last coin is also a penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent, so we're going to write the number 1 above it. So that means we're going to calculate 10 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So those of you that have a calculator available, let's do that together. We're going to calculate first 10, so we have to put 0.10 plus 0.10 plus 0.01 plus 0.01 plus 0.01 equals, and it should equal 23 cents. So we would write 23 cents on the line. So your total goes on the line. Then what you would do is you're going to calculate the next 2 problems together, by yourself I mean. First identifying the coin and writing its worth above, and then using the calculator, if you have one available, to come up with the sum and put it on the right-hand side. Now we're going to skip down and complete problem 8 together. So now you have 1 problem completed in each of the sections to help you complete the rest of the worksheet on your own. It says a dollar bill is the same as, 100 cents. Question number 8 says, how many nickels are in a dollar? So if we go back to our board, we counted from 5 all the way to 100. 100 cents is $1. So let's see how many nickels that would be. We're going to count using our number line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're going to write 20 here. There's 20 nickels in a dollar. And then you're going to complete the last 2 problems on your own. What I suggest you do is you pause the video here so you can see the number lines to help you complete 9 and 10 on your own. I just want to go back and explain the whole worksheet again, and then we will review our coins, practice counting by 5s, 10s, and 20s before you finish the rest of the worksheet on your own. So for problems 2, 3, and 4, you're going to identify the coin and you're going to match it to its worth. For problems 6 and 7, you're going to calculate how many cents you have total. First, by identifying the coin, writing its amount up top, and then using a calculator, if you have one available, calculating it and writing the total amount on the right-hand side. And then for problems 9 and 10, you're going to use the number line on the board by pausing the video here and seeing how many dimes are in a dollar and how many quarters are in a dollar. But before I have you go try the rest of the worksheet on your own, let's just go back to review the coins, their worth, and practice counting by 5s, 10s, and 25s. So remember, and you can say it along with me, a penny is worth 1 cent, a nickel is worth 5 cents, a dime is worth 10 cents, and a quarter is worth 25 cents. Now we're going to practice counting by 5s from 5 all the way to 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Now we're going to practice counting by 10s to 100. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And last but not least, counting by 25s to 100. 25, 50, 75, 100. After you're done completing your worksheet, you can have a parent or an older sibling or an adult send me a picture so I can see what a wonderful job you all did. There will also be additional links for you to practice set up in Google Classroom for the rest of the day. And also, the CNN Student News will be there for you to watch to keep up with current events. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and hopefully you can get outside to enjoy that wonderful sunshine we're supposed to be having on Sunday. And I'm excited to see what you're going to do this weekend when I talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you back for learning on Monday.